Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a quick demonstration on intervals as well as how to fill out and do the activity on musictheory.net. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with what is an interval? An interval is the distance between two notes. So let's take the bottom line here, the note E. Starting with that note, I'm going to count up. I'm going to count that as 1. And then if I wanted to know the distance between the next note, F, that would be a second, 2. You start with 1, and then you count up from it, 2. If instead of an F, I wrote a G, like that, that would be a third, 3. 1, 2, 3. Same thing, if I wanted a fourth, I could write an A. E up to A. E, F, G, A. That's a fourth. A fifth, E, F, G, A, B. That is a fifth apart, 5 apart. Starting with the bottom note here, 1, counting all the way up to 5. I could also write them at the same time. So here's my E, and I could write a fifth above it, E and B together. Or maybe I wanted a seventh. That's E and D together. That's a seventh. Let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 7 notes apart. Again, remember, start with the bottom one and count that as 1, and then count lines and spaces away from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, start this as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. So far, I've only shown you ascending intervals. Ascending means going up. But you can also have descending intervals, going down. Let's take a look at a few of those. Let's start with this E up here, an octave higher. All right. Now let's have some intervals descending from that note. So here's an E. Let's say I want a fourth descending from E, a fourth going down from E. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. The note right there would be a fourth below. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or let's start on E again, and let's say I want a seventh descending from E. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the seventh below E would be an F. So just like ascending intervals, you can have descending intervals as well. Intervals going down. All right, now let's use what we know about intervals to fill out the activity on musictheory.net. The website is going to give you your starting note, and it's going to ask you to create an interval by writing a note a certain distance away. In this case, they want a descending, the arrow is pointing down, fifth, descending fifth, or a fifth below this starting note, G. So I'm going to count G as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this C here, I'm going to click on it. I think that is a fifth below. I'm going to submit the answer. All right, I was correct. Now I'm looking for an eighth above, ascending eighth, eighth above. I'm going to use these arrows down here this time. So that's a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. That should be an eighth or an octave above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I got it correct. Here's an ascending second, a second above this. I could use the arrows down here, or I could just click a second above. That should be 1, 2. Perfect. All right, hope that helps. For your homework, I assigned you to do 20 of those on musictheory.net. I hope you understand the basics of intervals. They get a little more complicated, but this is the first half. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and goodbye, everyone!